The GWB5600, also known as the Bluetooth Square. Could this model be the best budget G-Shock Square? Welcome back to the studio. This is Andy in Singapore, and we are looking at the feature-loaded GWB5600. This is the Bluetooth Square. So this is still the usual G-Shock. It is tough as nails, tested durability, 200 meters water resistance, and the models that I have with me in the studio today, they are discreet looking utilitarian watches, mostly black bands, black cases and all that. Of course, we've got different color accents as well as different strap options, but the core of the models here, the watches here, they feature the standard G-Shock features that we come to love, and on top of that, these watches, they are super feature loaded. They come with multi-band accuracy. In this case, the model number for the watch is 3461, and the newer generation of G-Shock models feature updated components such as a new LED backlight, as well as the new updated date feature display, which allows you to put the day of the month before the month of the year. The Bluetooth Squares are equipped with tough solar technology, so you don't have to change batteries. All you need to do is expose these watches to sunlight and you get plenty of juice in your batteries. You don't ever have to visit the service center at all. And of course, we have to show you this Bluetooth feature. That is why they are called Bluetooth Squares. So using the Casio app, you can log on and set your time, synchronize the time to your iPhone with very simple steps. Just a few button presses. So you hit this button to connect the Bluetooth connectivity function, and it takes a few seconds for the watch to synchronize, and you will get a very accurate time setting right after this function is completed. So very convenient for you to get the most accurate timing here on the Bluetooth Square. So in a sense, we're actually looking at a watch in terms of function and practicality. It is everything that the GW5000 is and more. And now let me just run you through the order which I purchased these watches in front of me in the studio today. So I started off about 1.5 years ago with this one, the all black stealthy looking GWB5600 BC. So this model here comes with the composite bracelet, which I really love, making the watch really light, even when it's on this bracelet here. And when I bought this watch, I wanted to give the G-Shock Square a try, and I'm really glad I did it because I've never been a big fan of digital watches, but ever since I bought this one, it kicked off the addiction, and shortly after I ordered the digital camouflage. So this one here comes on a strap, a resin band, and it's got this really cute looking digital camouflage prints around the bezel here, which is actually the solar panel. I haven't really worn this one very much because I'm not a big fan of this strap over here, which I will speak to you later on in this video. The third one would be this HR version. I think HR probably stands for Heritage Red or something like that, alright, due to the red accents over here. And when I purchased this one, I was thinking I won't be a big fan of the red accents over here found on the mid case as well as the links. But in the end, I actually prefer this one over the all stealth black one. I think it's really cool to have a pop of colors on your G-Shock, and I find myself wearing this more. Then a few months later came this MG, which is the midnight green version, and I'm loving the positive display on this watch. In fact, I received many emails and comments in my videos asking me for the actual reference number. So this is GWB5600 MG, and it has this green accents around the bezel. It also has some kind of a texturing pattern going on around the bezel, which can't be seen unless you put the watch on a close-up angle. And again, I find myself wearing this quite a lot as well. Then in very quick succession, I bought the blue frame version, the blue accented one, which is one of the earlier models launched together with the 3 bracelet versions. I love this one as well. I think I love the electric blue accents around the screen here. And a few days later, I think I finally ordered this one used from the local classifieds, and the gold yellow accented version. This is very cool watch as well. It's got a slightly tinted glass here on the display, and I just love the yellow gold accents printed all over the dial and bezel on this one. So along with the composite bracelet, I find these watches very light and very comfortable to wear. So with the composite bracelet, they come in at around 75 grams, I think, size to my wrist. This model here is a fantastic move by Casio. I think it is a master stroke. So these two are currently my favorites among my 6 pieces of Bluetooth Squares, and of course I intend to add the blue paisley model very soon. Besides the obvious differences such as positive display versus negative displays on my Square G-Shocks over here, we have some other minor differences as well. Let me just take some time to share with you on the differences that I've noticed during my ownership of these watches. So first up, we've got different countries of manufacture. So some of these watches here, they are manufactured in Thailand, whereas some watches here, they are manufactured in China. So let's take a look at what's on the table here. So this one here, the MG, let me just flip over and show you the case back. Not too sure if I can get it to focus. You can see over here that this watch is made in Thailand, alright, Thailand, and some of the versions are made in China. So this one here, the HR version, you can see that this watch here is made in China, and along with a couple of other watches I have. Alright, so I think these 4 watches, they are made in China, and the other 2 that I have, the DC, digital camouflage, as well as the MG, they are made in Thailand. So I don't think there's a difference in terms of quality, in terms of build quality. I think they're very much the same, alright? They have the same G-Shock toughness and durability, and I just think that there's no difference. And next, I'd like to bring to your attention that there is a difference in the straps. So here on the MG, you can see that this strap here is like the classic G-Shock strap. It's got this center portion that is depressed and very, very close to this design here, which is found on the GW5000. Alright, so this is a classic look, and I just love it. Okay, I think this is the nicer strap as compared to the one found on the DC, which is a flat strap, and this one here is also wider. I think we are looking at about 18 versus 21, if I'm not wrong. And I definitely love all the rivet look here found on the MG. And I think this version here, to me, doesn't look so good, and it doesn't wear so well. So upon strapping on this watch, you will notice that on this version here, you are seeing a bit more of a lug gap because the strap here doesn't quite conform to your wrist. Whereas on the more traditional looking strap here, we've got a nicer curve on the end links here. And here you can see how this improves wearability. There's obviously more curve here, and it gives a more positive wearing experience on this strap. So in time to come, I think I'm just going to order one of those straps and fit it on my digital camouflage. And lastly, I'd like to bring to your attention the case bag. So even among the Bluetooth Squares, there are 2 different types of case bag. Obviously, the one on my right, I will rate this as the nicer looking one. You can see that the one on my left, which belongs to the digital camouflage, is the usual stamped case bag. And obviously this one here on the blue accented one looks more refined, has got better finishing and more definitions here on the engravings as well. So I very much prefer this version of case bag. And to sum up the video here on my Bluetooth Squares, I really think that these watches, they are arguably the best G-Shocks that you can buy for the money, alright? The best G-Shock Squares. These things are just loaded with plenty of useful features, and on top of that, you are really getting a watch that will last you for a very long time. And these things, they don't cost a lot of money, alright? They are not your MRG Squares or the full metal version ones. Typically, these watches, they go for around 199 to 300 Singapore dollars, and this is after the latest price increase. I'm very sure that the MG or the blue version, these are going at 199 at the G-Shock boutiques, whereas the bracelet versions, they're going for closer to $300, but nobody really pays retail prices for G-Shocks these days. So if you find yourself the right vendor, the right online store, I think you might get a really good price. And you know, for around $200, I think you are getting a very useful tool watch that will last you for a long time. And what's more important is I really feel that they look very cool and definitely worthy of your collection. Alright, so this is Andy in Singapore. If you like this video, if you like the Bluetooth Square models, alright, give a shout out in the comment section below. Share with me your thoughts on these models, whether you like it or if you don't like it. I'll see you next week together with George and his plan. Alright, bye bye.